Glad to have you back with us. Hopefully you stayed with us, right? Our next guest is all about smarter systems, greener solutions, and stronger interconnectivity. He's here to tell us all about the Caribbean Investment Forum 2025, which will take place in Montego Bay, Jamaica, under the theme Smart, Green, Connected. Welcome, Executive Director, Caribbean Export Development Agency, Dr. Demi Sinanon.
Doc, how are you doing? Welcome.
I'm good. Happy to be in Jamaica, one of my favorite places.
Ooh, welcome to Jamaica. We're glad to have you.
Well, first of all, the Caribbean Investment Forum, I think, is such a critical vehicle for generating interest in investing in various products. I mean, here we have, you know, an investor community that tries to do some of the same things, but on a regional level. Tell us about this kind of an initiative and how big it is.
Yes, well, Caribbean Export, we conceived the Caribbean Investment Forum back in 2022. The region was coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. There were a lot of challenges that we were facing, you know, reduced tourism, economic challenges. So we thought, what is the best way we can contribute towards building resilience and bouncing back the Caribbean? And we figured the best way to do that is to get investors to come into the region to invest in what we call our transformational sectors. And we realized that there was no one event that hosted investors in the Caribbean. Normally, Caribbean investment forums would take place in London, in Miami, in New York. But we thought it wise, if you're bringing investors in the region, you have to bring them to see what the Caribbean have to offer. So we conceived and we hosted the first forum in Trinidad and Tobago, and it was a huge success. This is now our fourth forum here in Jamaica, so we can see that it is taking off. And it's really struck a nerve with investors abroad and the business community here in the Caribbean region.
It's going to be taking place in Montego Bay, a good location
I'm excited
for this sort of a thing. I mean, how many people are you bringing?
We are expecting 600 persons to attend, which will be our largest Caribbean investment forum to date. So we're very excited about it. We expect investors to come based on previous CIFs from around the world. So investors from the Middle East, investors from North America, investors from Europe, investors from the Far East. So we are courting all of those investors to tell them to come to the Caribbean, come to Montego Bay and see what the Caribbean region has to offer.
So you know, I'm a visual learner, and let's say I'm the beginner in this conversation. So give me a visual. When I come to this forum, is it that I'm going to say, okay, available to invest in are, and then you talk based on different, I don't know, focus conversations? How does it work exactly?
Exactly what you said. So the conference, there's a lot of aspects to it. There is, of course, the conference part of it where we will talk about, you know, what are the opportunities and so on. So there is that part of it. But I happen to believe that sometimes you have to stop the talk and you have to do the action. So that part of the conference will be good. But the real value to me will be, we will have the investors, we will have the business community, we will have packaged products, investment projects, because that's important. If you're presenting something to an investor, you have to show them that it's investor ready, so they will get excited about it. So we will have about 40 to 50 of those projects available that investors can go and interact with the business community. That to me is where the real value is. So while we will have the conference element, the business-to-business meetings and the project presentations will be where the real value happens.
You know, in Jamaica, we're very familiar with like the JMEA Expo, and various entities are putting their best on the show, and persons are able to come and be interested and try and experience firsthand. Is this forum similar to that? And for instance, if somebody is saying, but I have something that I would like investors to see, is it closed, or can people say, hey, can I get in on this, and how?
Yes. If you have a project, we had a call for projects. It's closed now, but I mean, we're willing to entertain. You can contact the agency where we ask persons to submit their concepts so that we can, you know, work with them to make sure, like I said, that their projects are investor ready and packaged. So we had that call, so we've selected, so we're working with those project developers right now, and they will be there to present their projects at CIF. If you're a business person and you want to meet investors, you can come to Montego Bay, come down and see what we have to offer, take that networking opportunity, meet with the investors, meet with your fellow business persons, That's where the magic happens. When
It
you put
sounds like
business people
Shark
and
Tank
together.
on
Yeah,
the beach.
Exactly.
That's
It
what I
sounds
was
like
just about
Shark
to
Tank
say.
on
It
the
feels
beach.
like, so I go and I pitch my thing and I tell you,
Yeah.
this is your return on investment, invest in
Exactly.
me. And
Yes.
that sounds really, really interesting.
And is it like from angel investor, silent investor, all the way up
All
to
the way up to capital investors who want to come and throw $100 million into a project.
Can
a solar
I, as
farm.
somebody who I don't have a project and I'm not an investor, but I'm interested in the process or I'm interested in the
Absolutely.
industries, I can just come.
And that is what we encourage to come, because you can learn a lot. Even if you're not pitching a project, you can meet investors, you can hear what they are interested in, so you can learn and you can put that knowledge into your business for future opportunities. So there, and of course I mentioned we have a lot of conference side of it, so you can come, you can learn, understand what's going on in the Caribbean and understand where the opportunities are.
Tell me where, it's in Montego Bay, yes. When is it and how do I sign up, register, these things?
It's on July the 29th to the 31st at the Montego Bay Convention Center. If you want to register, www.caribbeaninvestmentforum.com. I'll say it again, www.caribbeaninvestmentforum.com. You can come in, you can register. If you're an investor and you want to attend, you can register as an investor, which will allow you certain tracks with the conference. But we really anticipate a grand and exciting event.
Love it.
And the theme is smart, green, and connected.
Absolutely.
Which is also very important. I suppose that is an indicator of the areas of focus for investment. Our guest has been Dr. Dami Sinanan, the Executive Director of the Caribbean Export Development Agency. And so it is one to definitely watch. Get on board. TK and I will hop into the world of Bridgerton.
Ooh.
You don't want to miss that.
Ooh. Are you ready?
We'll be right back.
Dennis, are you ready?
I am.
Let's do it.